So what we would like to open with this morning, our wonderful, wonderful friends, is the knowing that wherever you are in your life, whatever you are doing in your existence right now is exactly what you need to be doing. Now, many times our physical friends say, Gregory, how can you say that? How can you say that? Don't you see the struggles I'm in the middle of? Don't you see this tumultuous relationship I'm with, this hassle I'm having at work, the problems in the world in general, the thoughts going around in my head, blah, 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 my sweet ones. We do not say blah, blah in diminishing you. We say that the mind can think up all the negativity it wants to begin to diminish the wonder of you, sometimes in order to keep you grounded in what it believes is the only reality that exists, which is the real world that's very difficult and has lots of problems. My darlings, that is a piece, a minuscule piece of your reality. It is a hurdle or an opportunity, depending on how you look at it. But either way, there is another side to experience from whatever challenges you are currently living in, so that you can grow and learn and know and become more and more and more. It's not that you are not fantastic and wonderful exactly as you are, regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in. It's that you are in the process of becoming, no matter what circumstances you are in. You are always in a process of becoming. And part of becoming is noticing where you're at and seeing a greater potential. When you begin to appreciate where you're at and then move forward to a greater potential, because that will be even more fantastic, instead of looking where you're at, being mad, angry, diminishing yourself, beating yourself up, and trudging forward to something better because it's got to be better than all this, you will find the speed with which you transcend the challenges of your life will increase, because you will move through what is going on in your life right now into what you want to move into that greater expansion of becoming, from a place of excitement, from a place of knowing that you were once very, very stuck, and then you got a little less stuck, and then you got a little bit more unstuck, and then you got into a little bit of free flow. And then you got into more free flow. And then you began to flow more magnificently. And then you began to notice the transitions from the stuckness to the less and less and less, to the flow, to the more and more and more, with the knowing that every movement forward in your life opens new possibilities and new opportunities. And when you can transition into this viewpoint, the struggles move from problems to options. The options move from options to opportunities. The opportunities move to wondrous possibilities, and you move into a vibration of excitement about what could be next. That is our wish for you. But we want to make sure that you understand, that we understand, that many of you are still in the place of going, oh my God, oh golly gee, golly-oski, oopsie-doo, I have this huge, huge challenge and I'm afraid. What if it doesn't come out right? What if I make a mistake? What if I'm on the wrong path? What if? Okay, so what's the worst that could happen if you make a wrong step? Well, you can mire in it and be upset about it, and then you can go, this one doesn't feel very good. I wonder what step might be better. And you can make another step. Well, maybe that step doesn't feel any better. So you say, well, there's 2 steps that didn't feel good, and I don't want to repeat those. What would be an even better step? And you take a step forward, and you find one that feels just a little bit better. And you move forward on your path, taking steps, noticing the ones that feel good, noticing the ones that feel better, and then beginning to notice the ones that feel best. Well, suppose you find you're on the wrong path. In our estimation, there are no wrong paths. At every path on this planet, you are growing, learning, and knowing, from the worstest of the worst in your estimation to the bestest of the best. But let's suppose you feel like you're not on the best possible path for you, and you give it the word wrong. And in that energy, you diminish and demoralize and beat yourself up for being on this path. And sometimes you say, well, I guess I'm just meant to be on this really terrible path for the rest of my life. Well, in our estimation, that means that you're going to get an incredible lesson of what it's like to stay on a path that doesn't feel good your whole lifetime. So in our estimation, you're still learning. But we want to open to those of you listening here the possibility of considering that there is never a path that you are on that you must stay on except through your own choosing. There is always, and we repeat this because we rarely say always, but in this instant we say always, there is always another path available to you on this planet of 6 heading towards 7 billion people in multiple countries, in multiple environments, in multiple opportunities within each country, in multiple environments within each country, with multiple people for you to grow and learn from. So, wrong step, correct. Wrong path, correct. Stuck, never. Options, always. Challenges, absolutely. You wouldn't have it any other way. But as you transform all of that thinking, slowly, one day at a time, one baby step at a time, one awakening at a time, one awareness at a time, you open to the vision of potentiality that exists. And sometimes when you open to these potentialities, you notice how you fall back into those old ways of thinking, and you begin to berate yourself again as you used to. And then you go, well, this is silly. And now you noticed you were being a way that didn't work, and now you're self-correcting yet again to move forward on your path. And my darlings, if you will re-listen to this with yourself, with your higher self, and with your spiritual guidance, you will begin to move forward in ways and opportunities that you had never before seen as options and opportunities. For every new awakening awakens a new awakening. It's up to you to believe, to take the step, to feel, and to manifest the wondrous experience that you chose to come into. And the first step is to accept responsibility and knowing that where you're at right now is perfect. And therefore, every place you've been and everywhere you're going will also be perfect in the grand lesson of learning you have chosen to experience in this journey called your life on planet Earth.